Good evening, palettes and mercs. Okay, so YouTube seems to be having a few issues. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. Fuses, welcome in. We'll go ahead and kill the music. I'm not sure what's up with YouTube. Although I did adjust the stream latency a little bit, so that might be what's going on. It seems to be running just fine. I don't know what YouTube's problem is. Anyways, we're just going to continue on. I do not particularly care for YouTube shenanigans today because we have a lot of shenanigans that we need to cover. So, looks like the MFD wants to stay this time for TikTok, which, having a look around, that might be... Oh, never mind. It wants to go away. Okay, that's fine. We'll just pull that up on the old cell phone here. No, I don't want to blast everybody on the interwebs with my TikTok feed, which I'm sure is probably going to be pretty bad. No, I don't want... I don't want that. I want this one. And then I want to see the chat, please. Okay. So as far as TikTok goes, we may be losing TikTok. We may be losing TikTok here at some point because... Hold on, is Skyrim music still... No, that's not Skyrim, that's just Titanfall. I've never really I never really stopped and, like, appreciated its music to that extent. We may be losing that channel. We might be losing that channel only because, the negotiations to buy TikTok have not been going too well, at least on the American side. So that might be... We might be subject to a ban over on the American side. So I may just be... I might be going offline on TikTok, which is gonna suck, but it just is what it is. So we'll see what happens with that. Speaking of shenanigans on the Titanfall side, I legitimately tried to run this. I tried to practice this area a little bit before stream. And I will show you why that's a little bit of a issue for me. And I'm not really sure what to do about it at the moment, but we will go ahead and try to run this area a little bit. But unfortunately, right now, I don't necessarily have the tools. I don't know if I'll necessarily have the tools I need in order to run this area properly, or at least to any great success. So we'll get this thing fired up, and then we'll go ahead and get that up and running. I am sorry, I just lost my train of thought there. Lokar, welcome in on TikTok. I am losing all sense of direction. But yeah, this is just practice for the moment. I want to see if we can at least practice this a little bit, but as you will see, this is not going to be a good time. So everything's going great, you know, you get over here. Get over to the beacon, you make sure you pick up the Ronin kit over here. you say your piece about fracture, and then you kind of just wedge yourself in the corner over here. You hold down those two buttons, you get moon boots, and you get through here, which, again, this is the most streamlined I've gotten it. And you can just kind of hop past BT over here. At the very least, I can practice the launch in, like, the end area over there. But you'll see why in a minute. Somi the homie, welcome in on TikTok. I forgot how BT sounds so sick in every single language. He does sound really awesome. Again, welcome in. How are we doing today? Okay, so normally you'd go left, but in this case, I wasn't able to. But once you kind of go this way, oh, I was not high enough. And you revert back to last checkpoint, you end up here, which is sort of an issue because I'm good. I just got home from work only to get dressed and go out. Ooh, where are you going? Where are you going? Spill the beans. Spill the beans. Hopefully it's somewhere nice. Yeah, those moon boots will get you pretty far, but not far enough sometimes. But yeah, the only reason I'm like still going in this particular area is because there's stuff I want to practice at the end of this, which will be useful for the speedrun, even if I can't necessarily practice it that well. There is supposedly a tool that allows you to practice certain sections, but I don't necessarily know. I have Ice Pick downloaded. I haven't installed it yet, though. Okay, so you can also get up here and then... Okay, no, that's not quite it. I was asked out on a lovely dinner date by my friend. I am nervous. Ooh. Have fun. Have fun, you two. You two lovebirds. Have a good time, though, seriously. It will be a good time. It will be a good time. I'm certain of it. Okay, there is supposed to be a way you can kind of like hang from the wall here. Oh, you know what? I think he was going a little bit higher in... So you're supposed to be able to go... Yeah, that's how he's doing it. So you can kind of just like hang out up here and kind of climb this a little bit. And then you can go around, essentially. You can go around this area. Casper, welcome in on Casper, something like that. If you put a comment there, I'm not entirely sure what it said because TikTok did try to filter it a little bit. I'm not sure who was trying to put that comment, but yeah, unfortunately, we still haven't sorted out that still haven't quite gotten the filter with TikTok figured out yet. But yeah, you can do that, and then you can fly around this area, which saves a little bit of time. But the main thing I was going to test out is that you do not have to do any of this. Like this entire area, you don't have to bother with it. So if you stand right here, and then toss here, and then wait for it to do that. Okay, not as cleanly as he did it, but I say he. there was a guide that I watched, and I will put the link in the live stream, hopefully, if I remember. But essentially, you can use the gravity star to kind of like slingshot yourself. Combined with moon boots, it works really well. So I think you actually need to put it here, and then... I didn't get that wall kick. So let's see here, and then... I feel like I need to wait a little bit longer on that grenade. Well, it's not necessarily a grenade. It's more like grav star. So you put it here. Oh, okay. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. But yeah, Somi, that sounds like y'all are gonna have a great time. Good luck, you two. Almost. So you're supposed to, I think you're supposed to put it a little higher. I may have to review the footage a little bit, but this one trick essentially saves like... Okay, I completely messed that up. This one trick basically saves like 30 seconds, give or take, so it's definitely worth it. Okay, do that, and then... So I think it's some of imposter syndrome. So, in my experience, at least, when it comes to imposter syndrome, because I definitely suffer from that a little bit, my experience has just been, hey, you tell your brain, hey, it's like, this is what I want to be, and I'm going to give myself, like, I'm essentially going to make a bet with myself, right? This is what I want to do, and this is where I want to be, right? Like, say, as a content creator, in a relationship, like, anything like that, right? I'm not going to dog myself on it. And if within, like, 3 months, I haven't necessarily achieved what I wanted to out of life, then we'll kind of sit down and revisit that. But I'm not necessarily going to dog myself. I hope so. He's A and B, and I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with being that. I am not familiar with that. Give me 1 second. I'm actually curious. I want to look that up. Oh, AMAB is a acronym for assigned male at birth. Gotcha. So they're trans. That is actually really cool. I didn't know that acronym. That's something new that I had never known about. Let's see. Sarah and Grace, welcome in on TikTok. Sign male at birth is what it stands for. Gotcha. Sorry, I was looking it up and then I saw it in the TikTok chat. Philip, welcome in on TikTok or YouTube, excuse me. I'm all sorts of scatterbrained today. But we are trying out some of the new tricks. And okay, that was too early. Unfortunately, trying trying to test some of these things are not as easy without some of the tools. Okay, something's definitely off in my timing, but something's definitely off in my timing. It's like I'm in the right position, but yeah, essentially you're supposed to stand right here and then here. And that did not propel me nearly far enough. I wonder if I need to like drop. I think I need to drop that grenade a little bit. So like here. Okay. Okay. So by dropping the grenade a little bit, it looks like it propels me up further. So, okay, I stand here and then maybe a little bit lower. I think like lower and a little bit closer. Also a bit of a trigger warning for everybody, right? Welcome in, job. Yes, I should be putting the fries in the bag. It's so wild to think that this game is on a modified version of Source Engine. Oh, I can tell you it's on Source. You want to know why? Watch this. That wasn't necessarily as clean. One second. That definitely tells me it's on Source because it just the way it, like the movement kind of works. Okay, I definitely should have definitely should have went a little earlier. But if I put that right there, doggone it. Okay. Source Engine has that definite bouncy but not floaty physics. It does, yeah. Like, I feel like a lot of that's CSGO, surf sort of physics. I am getting so close. I wonder if I just drop that a little bit. I don't think closer is the answer. I think it's like right here. Like, I've definitely seen this done, so it's like and again, if I do that, if I do have to look at the video again, I won't be able to show it on TikTok because TikTok has been essentially killing my discovery if I show any sort of footage or like websites or anything like that that isn't like explicitly, like even if it was explicitly my content, right? They will kill it. They will kill the stream, essentially. Not like all of my streams, just like my discoverability for that entire stream. So unfortunately, if I want to do that sort of thing, I'm going to have to show that only on YouTube and Twitch. Let me see here. Any percent. So I'm going to show this for, I'm going to show for YouTube and Twitch. Again, I do apologize to my Twitch audience. I would love to show this on here, but
a ton of backups.
Let's see here. At least you'll be able to hear the audio. I know that's not much consolation, but at the same time, it's like I kind of want my stream to exist, so unfortunately we take the good with the bad. Okay, so we reset there. There we go. Tuned into an objectively better streaming app. So me, welcome in on YouTube.
You like mess up super fastball like immediately, which kind of sucks if that happens. Let's say
I think
YouTube this thing, that kind of sucks.
I think YouTube and like I want to say like TikTok has like good discoverability. Both of them kind of do actually, but I would say as an experience.
Ball run CFib.
Oh, you know what he did? You know what he did? Okay, so I know what he did. He crouched, like he essentially jumped, like he did like a strafe jump into the gravity star.
The same strat. Throw it at the top, just before it stopped moving. Ball run CFib.
And then he air strafed. Okay. Makes sense. Now if I'm gonna be able to do it is the question, because I'm not necessarily that good with the I'm not necessarily that good. Oh, let me see what that alert was. 1 second. I don't necessarily have everything. Oh, Somi, welcome in on Twitch. Thank you for the follow. All right, so he was standing about here. Oh, that was me again, just checking which version has the most stable. I think Twitch and YouTube have like the most stable at the. Okay, I see what I see what he's doing. I think Twitch might be a little bit more stable today because I was experimenting with latency to see if I could get a better chat experience, but seems to be having a few issues. Okay, I did a wall kick and into a slide hop into a wall kick, and that did not necessarily work. Oh, that definitely propelled me further. That definitely propelled me further. I think I'm finally understanding what I need to do here. So get it near the top, and then... Okay, that was a little too far. Don't worry, we will get into speedruns today. I'm just learning the tech a little bit. Learning the routes. Don't worry, it's not all gonna... you're coming with me on the drive? Hell yes. I will be your... I will keep you company until you get there. Hopefully I can be a little bit of a calming voice in your ear. Aaron, welcome in on TikTok. Let's see here. Doggone it. I completely messed that up. Yeah, practicing this area is going to be a little difficult just because of all the checkpoints in this area. So basically, if I want to do it vanilla, I essentially have to restart. Like, I have to back out to the main menu and then do it that way. And then I have to play through that entire section to get here. At the very least, I can practice this area without any restrictions. Hold on, hold on. That's the backup strategy. And then you just kind of do that, and then, well, hopefully, you know, actually get on there. But that's the backup strat. Okay, so I place that there, and then I do that, and then that was too quick, but the idea is there. So I am learning. It's just a little slow, and that's fine. So we'll put that there, and then we'll run into that. Boom. I don't know. I think that star needs to be a little lower. Maybe a little lower, and then so about here. A little lower, I think. A little lower, methinks. Sorry, I was watching a little bit of the Phantom Menace yesterday, and now all I can hear is Jar Jar in my head. I love how sometimes that gravity star just doesn't do anything, and then other times it will propel me, like, halfway across to the beacon. But yeah, I've yet to get blown all the way over there. What is that? What is that username? Herapist baby. Welcome in on TikTok. That is a name. Since we're practicing, I'll continue on the spreadsheets for a little bit. Thank you. Thank you, Philip. Doggone it. Confound it. Yeah, we're going to be in for a long stream today, I think. Yeah, we're going to be in for a long stream. If we're going to be resetting, at least for that one section, or I'm going to go and find a tool that allows me to restart at certain checkpoints in order to practice a little bit of that. I am not getting affected by that star anymore. I am no longer getting affected by that star as much as I was. Let's see, I'm going to put that there. Oh, I wanted to put something past you, chat. I was remembering back to some of the earlier streams. Salasho, welcome in on TikTok. Some of these usernames I'm having a hard time pronouncing, but I was remembering some people wanted ASMR from the Alien Isolation videos, and I wanted to try a variation of it. Don't worry, it's not going to be like intimate or anything like that. Like no nonsense like that, right? We're not going to clutter the comms with that sort of nonsense. But I did want to, I wanted to try my hand at for ASMR, like kind of for a pilot mech driven, like soft spoken sort of ASMR. I don't know exactly how to describe it on, I don't even necessarily know how to describe it, but something like give my own sort of my own sort of like twist on it, and I already have like a script ready to go for it. I'm just kind of seeing what chat thinks about that a little bit. Yeah, I'm just straight up not getting affected by the gravity stars anymore. I wonder if I'm not waiting long enough. Okay, I need to delay that a little bit. But yeah, essentially it's like, it's ASMR if you were a pilot, and like you've been out in the field for a while. Anime King, welcome in on TikTok. So it's like under that same sort of like feel. Essentially, it's my own take on ASMR. And I'm not entirely sure how that's gonna go, but because again, I don't think anybody's done anything necessarily like it before. So I don't know. I'm thinking about recording it tomorrow, and then maybe it'll go out maybe Sunday, and then everyone gets to have a look at it and kind of figure out what they think about it. Yeah, I'm just straight up not getting affected by the gravity star sometimes. You know what? I think it's under the same rules as the frag grenade. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Yep, it takes 4 seconds, 3.6 seconds for it to detonate, and then it goes off. But yeah, I am very curious to see what, I'm very curious to see what sort of reaction it will get from my community and from others. It's definitely going to be different, but I think I can pull it off. You know, probably as well as I am as I'm like training here. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing wrong here. Like, I think waiting a couple of seconds does help. So I'm doing that right. So I stand here. It goes about here. I think I'll wait a little bit longer, and then I do have to jump a little bit for that to actually work. Yeah, because otherwise I don't get any of that. I don't get any of that boost. Okay, so here, 1, 2, 9. Das ist nicht gut. Sorry, that is my only German that I know, so... That is my only German that I know, so... Please do not expect more. I do not, I don't necessarily know any more German. And I did log into Duolingo yesterday, only to find that it was horribly zombified or like possessed by some demon, if you saw the post. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, well, it's Duolingo. kind of get it that a lot of people wouldn't know what is happening over there because I don't even think they know what's going on at this point. So I'm going to back this up like...
Grab the graph, sorry, since it's the same strat.
Mm-hmm.
Throw it at the top, just before I
Middle.
stop moving. While run CFib.
Okay, so you know what he's doing? I think I understand. So he's going about here and then looking this way and then just immediately like he's immediately looking right and then essentially jumping off the grenade's power. So about here. But I need to wait like 2 or 3 more seconds before running. Okay, grab those here and then mid. 1, 2. Yeah, that works, but I just need to be looking a little bit more right immediately. So again, toss that here. I don't think I waited long enough on that one. Because again, you're supposed to be pretty close to the grenade when it goes off, but not enough to kill you, essentially. I waited way too long on that one. Yeah, essentially you want to be looking in the direction that you want to go and then be like in the grenade's range, and I just mantled the thing, which happens way more often than you would expect. Like especially into the abyss with that one crate. And I didn't wait long enough. Fudge. Fudge, chat. Fudge. Okay, fudge. What sort of fudge do y'all like? Because honestly, I like a little bit of caramel. Little bit of caramel. Maybe a bit of peanut butter. Looked into the Go controller. I actually haven't just yet. I'm definitely thinking about getting it. But it's gonna be a little bit. It's definitely going to be a little bit. The last thing that I'm getting for a little bit is gonna be the I was actually looking into getting total what was it? Total Warfare 3. But I was getting like the I was trying to get the code for it, but unfortunately the code that I received from CD Keys had already been redeemed, so I'm currently in talks with their support to be like, hey, this code has already been used. I mean, to be fair, it was like, it was $10, but I'm like, it's like, I still want, it's like, I still want the game, and it's like, I don't want to have to spend like $60 on it. I guess I'm not waiting long enough for the grenade to go off, and then, let's see here, right about here. Yeah, it's just not happening. Like, Okay, here, and then wait 2 seconds, and then boom. Yeah, it's definitely not... I think I need to wait like 3 seconds, but I also need to like move at the same time. Okay, that definitely helps. So I need to be closer to the... I need to be closer to like the top of the railing. Okay, so here... I mantled by accident. So if I get like closer to the top rail, like kind of jump and then like wall run along there, we should be good. Okay, so right there. Nada. Twice Boy, welcome in on TikTok. How are you doing today? Okay. Put that right there, and then took some damage, but I don't think that was quite the result we were looking for. Yeah, if I can get that controller on like a discount or something, I would definitely do it. So now all of a sudden I'm not necessarily getting the same air that I was before. Like, I'm definitely looking the right way. Curly, welcome in on TikTok. So let's see here. I was trying to like combine the... I was trying to combo the side hop into the wall run, but I don't know if that's... I don't think that's necessarily going to work for me. Two-time, welcome in on TikTok. A lot of people joined on TikTok today. So I'm definitely thinking you have to wait for a couple of seconds, and you also have to combo in a slide hop into that. So definitely getting a little bit more air. I'm kind of wondering if the slide hop is even necessary, because I don't think you get that much more speed. Yeah, I don't think you necessarily get more speed. And also, I think I'm holding forward. I don't think I'm supposed to be holding forward when I do this. Because I feel like it's like slide hopping. It will destroy your speed. Or at least that's my hypothesis anyways. It's not gonna make a difference either way if I don't wait for the grenade to go off in time. Definitely some interesting strats. I don't know. I'll give it a couple more tries, and then we'll do a proper run. Okay, I think I actually have to be in its vortex. Like, I don't think it's necessarily just like, oh, that's not... That's a fire star. That's not going to be good. Okay, so... like that, and then... closer, but not necessarily the gold that we're looking for. Okay. I'm gonna give it one more attempt, and then if that doesn't work, we'll just get into a run. Because it's like, I definitely do want to do this. I just tend to like tire myself out. Yeah, I think it's best if we do that. I generally find a positive reception to the GuildKit controller, good features, but mixed reports on the Bluetooth experience. White is better, as they sometimes say. The black one stains in the case. Okay. Or maybe you could kind of like kind of run with that a little bit. Although I don't know. Because I'm thinking like you get the black one, right? And then you just kind of polka dot the thing. I don't know. Maybe that's kind of an odd concept, or like maybe it wouldn't actually work as well as I think it will, but honestly, for a $60 controller, I think it's worth the risk, right? Not live stream, live split. Where is it? There it is. Let's see if that'll work for both. Okay, so the TikTok app has it, and then I'm gonna go down here to Streamlabs. Streamlabs has it too. Good. Let's see here. Where do I put you, TikTok chat? I think we'll do this. Yeah, we'll just move YouTube over a little bit. So my phone's here, YouTube chat, and then Twitch chat over on the far right. Yeah, we're definitely going to need some tools to kind of like get checkpoints for the speed runs, but no, okay. I hate how I have to like start the timer and then like tab back into the game because I don't have it set up properly. Maybe one day I'll have it set up so that way I can just like, maybe I'll have it set up so that way I can press a button on like a Stream Deck or something. I really need a Stream Deck. Like, I've just kind of been like streaming without a Stream Deck, and I'm kind of just like, I kind of want one. Like, I don't have necessarily enough toggles for that, but like it's not like, oh, I want so many toggles for my model that that I fill like an entire Stream Deck, but like, fun to me at the same time, it kind of helps when you have toggles, you have like the stream things that you need to do. Marty Fly, welcome in on TikTok. You were part of many great films. And I hope that this generation kind of can appreciate that a little bit. I say this generation because I'm technically Gen Z, even though I don't know, chat, what lingo do you think I use the most? Because honestly, I feel like I think everyone would say probably like Gen X vibes, maybe, but like, I don't know. I've definitely gotten comments saying like both before, so it's like I'm not entirely sure. I'm definitely not up to speed. I'm definitely not quite up to speed with Gen Z. Like, I do try. Like, I'm not necessarily like, oh, I don't necessarily understand these kids and, like, I'm gonna make it their problem. It's like, no, just like, I've never, like, sometimes it's like, I don't think I've heard all the lingo, and then it's just like, I have no idea, right? Captain, I need you to speak your lines, please. Speak the lines. There you go. Thank you. Kind of sliding off the wall today. That's no good. Boing, boing, boing. I wish that this had a, I wish that this mode had an overlay for the Titan mode, because sometimes I just don't know when to drop the Titan. I'm just like not necessarily paying as much attention as I should be. I'm trying one of the other orange dreamsicles, and I feel like the reserve was much better than this one. This one's like the wicked creamy one. It's like, I don't know, the texture is kind of different. I mean, honestly, definitely first world problem, right? My monster doesn't quite taste the same as the other one that I really like. I don't know. I just like notice the difference. Like, it's still monster. It's still good. Like, don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. Oh, Minty did finish the commission that I put in, and that's up on the community posts, or should be the community post. It's one of the two post tabs. She did an amazing job on that. If you want to go and see it, it's on the community tab. I was very much a fan of it. And again, I do post I post artwork there. I post the schedules for the upcoming streams. So it's like, obviously it's going to be here every day at like 5 p.m. But it will be different games. Space Dragon, welcome in on TikTok. But I tried to have all the streams scheduled out in advance. Pumbaa, welcome in on TikTok. And the reason I promote that a little bit is because not a lot of people have seen those schedules, and it's like, I really want people to be able to see it and be like, I'm interested in this contract or this one, so that way you can decide which one that you want to see. There ain't no way that pod hit me. There is no way that thing hit me, chat. Like, the thing barely clipped my head. It barely clipped my head. Also, I'm like trying to... Yeah, this doesn't really work in this... Like, in this particular level, slide hopping really does not work. I had to lose too much time there. Like, it wasn't that much of a reset, but, like, that's still kind of terrible. Venomous Sarah, welcome in on TikTok. Excuse me. Alright, Captain, don't get yourself killed out there. We still need you on the field. Yeah, I definitely think, sweetheart, welcome in on TikTok. Track you as well. Yeah, Chad, I think I can take all the Apex predators at once. And I don't even think it's going to be a competition, right? I think maybe they'll have a chance if they can all hit me at once, but ironically, I think the one who's gonna give me the most trouble is Blisk, and that's only because the Legion has a pretty big clip. Other than that, I don't really see them give me that much trouble. Like, I really feel like he kind of threw that fight. Cooper, welcome in on TikTok. Aren't you just a friendly looking face? Thank you, BT. I have never understood why militaries want to have their grunts, like, wearing their grenades on them. Zentley, welcome in on TikTok. I have never understood that. Because, again, it might be a small target, right? But how difficult would it actually be to set one of those grenades off by just spraying and praying, right? I don't think it would actually... I don't know if it would detonate quite like that, but... Do you really want to take that chance? Bray, welcome in on TikTok. I just feel like you're asking for trouble. I mean, at that point, right, you're already kind of... I feel like you're already kind of doomed at that point, but... your comrades might have a chance to survive, right? If you didn't have your grenades, like, on you like that. I don't know, maybe that's like, maybe I'm missing something there. Or it's like just not that serious. Or just like an acceptable risk. Because there's that too. It's like, it's not worth limiting your equipment in most cases. It's not worth, like, limiting your equipment just because of that one potential risk. There is that too. I don't know though. I don't know, though. I think that would be a concern that I would have the entire time. That, again, my military experience is limited to the Navy, so we didn't necessarily deal with grenades. We did not deal with grenades. We trained with the M9 Beretta, and then for, like, we dry-fired the pistol. Or not dry-fired. We essentially got a feel for it the first day with, like, with drills, essentially, with, like, an unloaded pistol, and then And then you had a class where you just like strip the weapon down to its base components, more or less base components, right? You would lock the slide to the rear, and then essentially you would have a range day with the, not the real thing, but basically air compressed, like a air compressor, like mock-up of a pistol. It was super weird. I'm just kind of like, why are we doing... I mean, to be fair, I wasn't thinking much at the time because I was still a little bit... For the first, like, 2 or 3 weeks of boot camp, I was kind of, like, out of it. Like, my entire life was changing before my eyes, and I was just, like, kind of shell-shocked, if that makes sense. Like, everything was changing, and I was just like, I have no idea what's going on. I'm trying my best. So, that's usually week 5. Of course, you're shooting without live ammo. It's called dry firing. So here's the thing, though. We never fired the weapon without ammunition in it. Like the first day when we were practicing the motions of like taking the gun out of the holster and whatnot, we never actually fired it, right? Like when we did the air compressed gun, that was like a mock-up with like, it was a mock-up of the M9, but it wasn't actually the real thing. And then when we actually went to range day, we had live ammunition. Yeah, we had live ammunition, and I barely got my sharpshooter medal. I think I got like 200 points, or I think it was like 210 or something. I only got the medal, not the, I got the sharpshooter medal, but I did not get the E for it. That's still dry firing. Oh, are you talking like for the compressor? Really? That is so weird. Oh goodness, my thruster pack didn't work. If you pull the trigger and all you hear is a click, it's dry firing. So it's still like it's weird. It was, I guess I did hear a click, but at the same time, it's like, I don't remember it, right? Because all I heard was like the compressor going off, like releasing like, all I remember from the trigger was like, it was just firing compressed air out of it. So I guess it was dry firing. I think you're right on that one. But yeah, we had one actual day of... We had one day of actual, like... We had one actual range day, and that was it. For the entirety of boot camp. So if you're wondering how much hands-on weapons experience you will get, none. If you go in the Navy, right? Now, if you go in the Army, from what I've heard from one of my siblings, half-siblings, you will pretty much be at the range, like, if not every day, pretty close, right? At least that's what he told me. I would not know because again, I went to the Navy. All the other branches were like, nope, can't do that. Although I'm pretty sure the Marines would have, pretty sure the Marines wanted me. I don't think that would have worked out very well, but a potato cannon without the spud. Yeah, pretty much. I scored pretty decently, but like I scored pretty decently for the range day, but I was like, I felt like it was not enough practice for a lot of these people who, again, they're not going to be in combat, right? But at the same time, it's like, I feel like a lot of military members, like, I feel like a military member should have more firearms experience. Like, again, I think the Marines, I think the Marines could do with a little bit more R&R, because they kind of make up for a lot of us not going to the range. Like, it's kind of concerning, like, how accurate they are. And I'm just kind of sitting there going, no, maybe take a little bit more time off, right? I get it. The Marines are fighting force, and they're very proud of that, and I would never take that away from them, right? It's just like, I feel like you can relax a little bit. But the Navy, like, please, for the love of God, like, actually go to the range for a couple more days. Just a couple more days a year. Because most of the time, when you get more, like, range experience, it's when you and your buddies go down to the range and actually, you and your buddies go down to the range and have a good time. But again, you have to pay for that. Like, even the ones, like, on base, you still have to pay for. It's, like, not a command-funded thing. Which, again, I think is kind of silly, because it's like you're practicing the skills that you need in order to be better at your job. I don't know. I think it's kind of silly. But again, you're not necessarily going to see combat. Maybe the gunner's mates will, or like the CBs or whatever, the SEALs. But again, the likelihood of you becoming one of those branches is like, it's like you go to the army to become a ranger. It's like you're probably not. You're probably going to be the person who cleans the barracks, and you're doing a great job, right? You're cleaning the barracks, you're doing what you're supposed to. You're probably going to be a part of the E4 Mafia, and you're going to get into a lot of shenanigans and have a lot of fun, as long as you have a good spirit about it. It can be a good experience, but again, don't expect that you're going to be... Don't go into that experience thinking that you are going to have all that or be all that. It's a good experience if you make it that way, but it's not like... But it's like you're not really guaranteed any of those positions, and also really depends upon your command and whatnot, and yeah. Yeah, it's a very small experience. And by the way, like, if you want to go and do that, and like you are dead set on doing that, do it. Like, do not let me stop you. But like, make sure that's what you want to do with your life. As with anything in life, make sure that's what you actually want to do. Like, do your research, do your due diligence. Do not let your recruiter flash a shiny contract in your face and go, this is a rare contract, this is a rare find. Because most of the time, they're trying to fill a quota. They're trying to fill a quota. You're trying to get in, make some money, and get that Camaro that's like, what, at least 50 grand, right? And then you got all that to worry about now. Shorto, welcome in on TikTok. Again, that's more stereotypes than anything else, but like it is kind of true to some extent. It's definitely the stereotype, but I've seen a lot of E4s by vehicles that they just should not have been approved for whatsoever. Nope, nope, nope. How much you want to bet that I mess up sledge skip today? Because I'm definitely thinking I'm gonna mess it up today. You be careful too, BT. It's so odd. How am I able to climb in that area, but normally you can't, like, climb on wall runs most of the time. Like, maybe it's not necessarily counted as like the same wall. I have so many questions about that. That is interesting. Who am I to question the physics that the gods demand? Doggone it. We're not doing this again. This is what's causing me to lose time. This right here is what's causing me to lose all the time in the world. Because there's some reason I tend to mess up sludge skip a little bit, and then that's causing me a whole lot of time. BT, get your shiny chassis over here, please. Summono, welcome in on TikTok. Yeah, that's probably what's costing me a lot of time. Resets for sludge skip and then into the abyss is probably cost me a lot of time here. I don't know. I think I've said this before in some of the other runs, but like, is it just me or is like the Chinese voice actor just like, is it hard to like convey that like same like crazy energy? Because I've thought I've heard villains who have just kind of like, I've thought I've heard like anime villains before that have conveyed that same sort of like crazy energy as like the English voice actor of Kane had. I'm not sure. I think that's a little odd. Maybe that conveys the same. Okay. Okay, what the hell is that username over on TikTok? Chat. That is a wild name. I'm not repeating that. You can't make me. No. I will not sully the comms with your... I will not sully the comms with your debauchery. Ugh. It's funny. I was talking with another VTuber earlier, and we were wondering like which website has like the more weird chat members sometimes. Like not necessarily weird, just kind of wild, like chat. She was saying TikTok was, or no, it's Twitch that was the weirdest sometimes. And I'm just like, no. My experience has been either YouTube or TikTok that's wild. And honestly, I think I was kind of proven right here. At least a little bit. Jimpest, welcome in on TikTok. I have never heard that kind of username before. At least, again, it's not as wild as the last one was. I swear y'all are a little crazy. I was so close to that. One of these days, I'm going to figure out how to get in range of that thing. Because this one right here can save you like 6 seconds if you can kind of get pushed forward a little bit. Oh, the time saves that I would have, but most of it would be spent trying to make sure that I don't mess up the second part of this mission. Because again, I feel like the fact that I've learned a little bit of the movement mechanics should allow me to get through some of these missions a little quicker. But it's getting eaten up by like resets for Sludge Skip and Into the Abyss. I think those two are the ones that are like really messing up my runs. Let's see here. But at the same time, this mission's also the one that's been routed the best, at least as far as you know, I didn't reset, but at the same time, honestly, it's fine. I'm just happy that I didn't, like, fall off the pipes this time. Because I have fallen off the pipes too many times for it to just be, like, a one-off coincidence. Like, I think that section has been the bane of my speedrunning existence for the last week or so. Like, I probably have enough fails to make a 10-minute video just from that one area. I mean, it would all be at my expense, but, you know... I mean, honestly, it would be kind of funny, though. No, I was hoping to... Oh, what the... Are you serious? That wasn't even my fault. That was not even my fault. Formarat? Welcome in on TikTok. Again, I'm not sure I said that right, but you're more than welcome to correct me. Okay, we've only had one reset for sludge skip and for crying out loud. Well, I was hoping we'd only have one reset for both, but now we're having issues with this particular area. There we go. Sometimes a little bit of determination is what's needed to get through these areas, pilot. Just a little bit of determination. I think I'm more saying that to myself than anything else, but whatever floats my boat to get through these sections. This one area right here is like, it's so dark that it... Tegan, welcome in on TikTok. I'm finally here, lol. Hey, we haven't gotten too far into the speed run, so... We have not gotten too far into the speed run. We've mostly just been... Oh no. Oh no. Get me onto the lift. Onto the lift, please. Thank you. We haven't made it too far into the speed run, and we've mostly been practicing the beacon a little bit. Not to much success. Unfortunately, the beacon is a little bit janky. What with the routing for the... Practicing the routing for super speedball and then the gravity star jump for that particular area. But the gravity star jump I can at least get. I can at least practice with that particular checkpoint. So we'll give it another shot after this run for sure. For sure. But how are we doing today, Tegan? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we have any resets for. We'll see if we have any resets for. What Ash skip? I think was the other one I was having issues with. Like, I'm gonna definitely go back and have a look at doing pretty good. I'm on Thanksgiving break. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We love that. Yeah, I need to go back and have a look at sludge skip after this because for some reason that's been causing me to have resets recently, so I need to have a look at that and make sure that we're not messing up on that one. Yeah, basically learn not to jump there because if you jump there, it more or less will just fling you into the air. And you essentially have no idea where you're going to end up. You could end up off the platform. You could end up in the air somewhere you didn't necessarily intend. It's a bad time altogether. I love how this chimney is just over here. And no, that's not negligent discharge because I knew where I was shooting. This is all enemy territory, anywho. I don't think anyone's necessarily going to mind. Oh, Ash. Oh, Ash. Ash has not been able to kill me yet. Oh, we also need to have a look at this area as well. There's so many different areas that I could work on for the speed run. Yeah, I do need to knock off at least 15 minutes. So yeah, this could be a good area to start. Between that and like sludge. Yeah, we kind of have a list of areas that we could work on today. And I definitely need to work on them because Christmas is going to be here before you know it, and we have speed run to do. And I was so tempted to just fly out the fucking window there, or like through the like gate area. Hey, there we go. There we go. BT, let me in, please. Yeah, if you fly through that gate, you can get onto the platform earlier. I just don't necessarily do that because it's like I haven't practiced that, and I don't necessarily want to change the route without like first testing it. It's like I've tried that sort of stuff before, and it just like mid-run, right? I don't want to necessarily change it mid-run because it usually breaks things a little bit. Costs me more time than it's worth. Over here, and then we bail out. Getting a little bit better with remembering what buttons to press. Because I switched over from evolved to no. I don't think this is recoverable. Strangely enough, it was recoverable. Yeah, usually if you fall off that pipe, it's usually not recoverable, but in this particular case, it was. Okay. That was a little scary. Because you could definitely fall off that platform, and then that's it. You're done. You're just so toast, right? And you have to restart, and then you go all the way back to where that Titan was, that damaged one, and you're just so cooked. Like it's not even funny. I mean, I guess it's funny for everyone else because you don't have to deal with it, but I think chat's a little bit kinder than that. And we still have to sit here and wait for these. Doors to open. I think I'm still like on the rebounds. We're still are like slide hops. There's still a bit of a timing issue with those. Like, there's still a little bit of a timing issue with that, so I might have to have a look at that. Or maybe that's like completely normal and I haven't recognized that yet. Out the window we go. Oh, that's a Titan. this part of Titanfall was always my favorite. Yeah, this area was a lot of fun. Let me see if I can wall run a little bit. Oh, you can wall run there. But it's still like mostly the same. Yeah, the time traveling bit of this particular area, it was like so well done to where it's like, it's not necessarily like a huge, it's not necessarily the same, it's not necessarily like a huge part of the story. It's like, you get the intel that you need and it's like well done, but the story is kind of grounded, right? And that's kind of what I like about this. It's like, yes, you have time traveling, but it's not necessarily like, it's not overdone. It's not a huge part of the story. It's like, it's a part of it, but it's not too much. It's not overbearing like some movie companies have done. Get out of here, dragon. Nobody likes you. We just like imagining dragons. There's only 3 dragons that people like. Fantasy dragons, imagining dragons, and bad dragons. And if you need me to explain that, floor tile, welcome in. If you need me to explain that, then no, we're just not going to explain that one. I think that may have been the worst joke I've ever made on stream. So you're welcome, by the way. Ow! How dare you? Oh Lord. Wasn't that joke great, chat? Wasn't that joke the absolute best? I'm not sorry, by the way. Like, that was... I'm not sorry. Please do not break. Please do not break. Please do not break. I've had that break right there. And I ended up on the outside, which was, I think I've done that twice. I think I've done that twice where I've accidentally just like time traveled and I was dropped outside the tube. I'm so glad I was here to witness that. You are very welcome. And I'm sure that's not going to be clipped and absolutely farmed to hell. I guess to be fair, I would have to be any sort of relevant for people to clip that and actually make a fuss about that. And I am still not very relevant yet, which is good because I probably say things that would definitely get me in hot water if I was actually any sort of popular. I would probably say things that are... I would not get away with the same amount of things that I do. I don't know. I don't know. Again, someday somebody's gonna have somebody's gonna go through and make a soundboard of like all the things I've said. And honestly, I'm just kind of looking forward to that day. I'm looking forward to the day that that happens, because then I can at least laugh at some of the clips that at least I can laugh at some of the clips that they'll pull. At least I'll have a lot of good reference material for sure. Open sesame. I do wonder what time we're gonna get today, because again, if we can get the super fastball, like I was able to work on the super fastball, I was able to work on the super fastball bits, so that might save a little bit of time. Not much, but again, every little bit helps. I love how I just immediately time traveled, and then I don't need the ghost path. I don't need the ghost path. Look. I messed up, and I would like to apologize immensely for the mistakes I have made. All right, chat, like, I would like to apologize for all of my mistakes, of which there is a long laundry list, most likely. And no, that does not include the earlier, what I said earlier. I will not renege on that. I love how I know immediately when things are about to go wrong, and there's just like nothing I can do about it. I don't know if I can forgive you. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry, chat. I did not mean to be... I did not mean to be that... I did not mean to be that bad. Let me through, please. There we go. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about the pilot who's currently... Don't worry about the pilot who's currently breaking through your facility. Still kind of weird how... It's kind of weird how BT can talk to you, like, even if you're in the past. It's like he did upload some of his AI functions, but like I don't know if that, like did he already make the transmission and then, like, all of that is still, like, playing over, like, over my headphones? Or is that, like... Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Like, that's a little odd. Alright, let's get that scan data. Running scan, Special Operation 217. We're at 52 minutes. Cooper and BT have a friendship that's transcends time. Yeah, they do. And he did transmit a lot of his AI to into the helmets, so. I'm kind of glad he did. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been able to survive Titanfall 2, but unfortunately, Titanfall 2 did not survive. Unfortunately, Titanfall did not survive. And I don't know which is worse, the fact that they kind of faked out BT's death, or the fact that Titanfall died as... The fact that, like, Titanfall 3 died. I don't know. Oh. You know, I saw an interesting post today. Apex Legends calls its, like, players pilots, but yet they've never actually been in a Titan before. So really, can they be called pilots because they've never actually piloted a Titan? It's like technically the characters have, right? The characters have piloted Titans. But, like, they're fighting in an arena. Like, they're fighting in an arena, and they've never actually been in a Titan before. My answer is no, right? My answer is no. They're not pilots. It's like, if you haven't been in a Titan, if you haven't been in a mech, you cannot call yourself a pilot, right? Like, as much as Respawn wants to call them pilots, it's like you have not gotten your pilot's license. It's like, and even if you have, it's like you as the player, if you've only played Apex Legends, you can't call yourself a pilot because you haven't, like, actually gotten in a Titan. And it's like, that's not gatekeeping. It's like look up the definition of a pilot. You fly, or you drive, or whatever. You are in a vehicle and you are physically moving it about through a cockpit, and these players haven't done that. So it's like you wouldn't be a pilot then. I'm just kind of confused as to how anybody can be like, and I'm just kind of confused how that's, like, not common sense. And anyways, I just don't understand, like, Apex Legends to begin with, right? Because it's like, it's a BR, and a lot of its players seem very, at least the ones on Stolen Valor. Yes. It's Stolen Valor, and it makes me upset. Because it's like, because Blisk, right, he's been in a Titan, right? But anybody who plays as him, or, again, I don't necessarily know if he's a playable character, right? To be completely fair, much of a pilot as a COD player is a soldier. Oh my god. Yeah, you're right on that one. I'm sorry, if you... I thought about buying Black Ops 7 just to meme on the campaign, right? Just to be like, oh, this will be an interesting contract, just to see like how bad they messed with the campaign. But then I immediately turned around. I was like, they have AI art and like AI assets, like voices and whatnot all over the place. And I'm just kind of sitting there going, I don't want to support that. Like, it's not even worth the memes. Like, it's not even worth the memes. Because then I would be supporting, like, generative AI to some extent. And it's like, I'm just like, no, thank you. It's like, I do not want your stolen art. Like, I do not want your stolen art. Your voice lines that are... I mean, to be fair, maybe they got permission for the voices, right? I highly doubt it, but maybe they got permission for those. But I don't think they got permission for the Ghibli studio AI art. I thought they messed up the campaign. I didn't realize it was AI. Yeah, so if you have a look at the calling cards, if you have a look at the banner cards, or like the, I think they're called calling cards, they use Ghibli Studio AI, generative AI, for the art. And it's not even subtle. It's like, it's not even just one, it's like all of them. It's all of them. And like for the AI voices, like for the voices and whatnot, that was AI too. And it's like, it's bad. It's really, really bad. Like, the campaign is terrible. Don't get me twisted, right? It looks like Resident Evil, which was kind of like, that looks interesting, but for the wrong reasons, right? It's not a Call of Duty campaign at all, and I want to go back and play some of the like good Call of Duties, like World at War, or like World at War, maybe the second World War I, not Vanguard. I think there was a second one. I gave up on COD games after a while, so I haven't heard much about it. I basically checked out, Last Thing Show, welcome in on TikTok. I basically checked out after I basically checked out after Black Ops 3. I did have a short stint with Black Ops 6 for zombies, but that lasted all of about a couple of weeks, and now it's just like, I feel like I'm sitting here grinding for camos that I'm never actually going to use because these maps aren't very interesting. Like, you had Liberty Falls, which it's an interesting idea, but like the only which we already had that sort of concept with you already had that sort of concept with like Origins for Black Ops 2, so it's like, I don't know really what we're doing here at that point. And it was so bad to the point where I was like, I didn't even care for a refund. I was just like, like, I couldn't get a refund at that point, so I'm just like, I want this deleted off my account. I don't want to be associated with it. I just want to... I was done after Modern Warfare 3. Got my in with price. No more. Yeah, I get that. No, I get that. And I'm assuming you mean, like, the first Modern Warfare 3. But yeah, I kind of want to take on some of the first Call of Duties with, as like a contract, but we will see. We will see. I kind of wanted to do them as like a one-shot contract, but like, I'm not entirely sure. Like, some of those older ones are, they are rough. There we go. Doggone it. I messed it up. Yeah, I'm still not very well versed in this area. Yeah, I checked out after Black Ops 3. And to be fair, I still play the custom zombies every once in a while. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun with mods. It was the last good one where you could have like custom zombies, and it's actually getting revived quite a bit because Black Ops 7 was so bad. People are just like, we are reverting back to this one. And if you're wondering where all the people are, they're not playing Black Ops 7. They are playing... Oh, that's not gonna... Into the void. Yep, we definitely are gonna lose time here. Doggone it. I just want a good super fastball, and that's gonna be it. Like, if I can get a decent super fastball, that'll be all I want. COD Origin devs being disgruntled with EA with Medal of Honor is a never-ending irony with Activision. Yeah, I can definitely see that. I'm not salty, chat. You're salty. Yeah, no, I could see the feud. Medal of Honor was actually a really good game. The one that I played on the PS2 was like I think it was the European Assault, if I remember correctly, but it would never save on my PlayStation. For some reason, it would just never save on my PlayStation. I don't know if I messed it up or something when I was younger, but it just would never save properly. Okay. We're more or less just gonna do like a decent... We're just gonna do a decent run of this area with the new skip for that particular area. Unfortunately, it's just gonna be a little similar to our normal route, unfortunately, but yeah, I don't like the fact that I have to do that, but without being able to practice it with like without being able to practice it, this is more or less like the best route that I've been able to come up with. at least I'm able to skip this area now. So you come up here, right? This is the part I was having trouble with before. Get over here, kind of get onto this wall a little bit, and then please don't fall off. There you go. It's not perfect, not by a long shot, but at least I was able to save a few seconds in that area. I learned something from that video. But I need to practice the gravity star. The gravity... What was it? The gravity star trick. At least I can practice that without any difficulties. However, the super fastball, I'm gonna have to learn. I'm gonna have to like get a mod to be able to practice that particular area. And you can wall run a little bit on that. Other than that, there's no real time save to be had here. Yeah, I'm not gonna bash myself too much. I am trying to practice that area a little bit, and I was at least able to get around the building. Excuse me. I was at least training a little bit with like the gravity star trick, and then at least I'm learning a little bit with the super fastball. So altogether, like, I am learning a little bit, and that's all I really... If I can practice a little bit and get a little bit better with each run, that's all I really need to do. Supa, welcome in on TikTok. Yeah, I'm learning a few tricks here and there each and every single run, so... I'm like trying to correct some of my mistakes and make it that little bit better. But yeah, practicing the super fastball is gonna be... I don't know, like, is there a tool for that? Because the video that I saw, right, he had the ability to like go back to particular checkpoints. Not just like the previous one, it's like any checkpoint he wanted. More or less. I mean, honestly, if... I think I should be practicing the gravity, like the gravity star trick, and then fastball and abyss before I worry about super fastball. Because if I can get those down better, I think I would be closer to 145, and then we can start worrying about super fastball. Again, I am looking for that 140, but I think super fastball is going to be later on. Maroon Party, you are in violation of the rules of engagement and will be subsequently banned. Alright, just have to deal with a few Reapers, chat. We're ready? Everybody stretch a little bit. We've been at this for an hour. I'm gonna try the tone for this. I'm gonna try the tone for this. I don't know if it's the best. Sneaky Flops, have you considered the Frontier Defense? You know, since I have a new PC, I could try it for sure. Stream, anyways. But I've definitely played the Frontier Defense quite a bit. Like, don't threaten me with a good time, because I will grind those skins again. I say again because I used to have an EA account, like an Origins account, that got completely wiped. I had most of the stuff unlocked. I was grinding for level 20 on all of my Titans, and I just lived and breathed the game, and it was an absolute disaster that I lost that account. Tegan, welcome in on TikTok. I might have to go for a minute because my boyfriend wants to call. Oh, you do what you need to. You do what you need to. I appreciate you coming by and saying hi. Uh-oh, uh-oh, I'm a little close for that. A little close. There we go. Opens the door, please. You have yourself a good day, Tegan. I love how I get the launch then, and then it just... But when I want it for, I want it for the opening room for cause and effect, it won't do it. I'm not salty, chat. I'm not salty. Don't worry about it. Hey, look at that. It's Sarah. But yeah, no, I had all of my Titans up to level 20, except for, I think I was still suffering with the North Star a little bit. Like, not necessarily suffering, but it was just like, I am not, the North Star is a choice. It's definitely a choice that it was a lot more difficult for me to use effectively. Bye. You have yourself a good day, Tegan. Yeah, I should probably plug in my phone before it dies. But there again, I have to worry about my mic as well, because that thing will definitely die with no warning. One moment I'll be transmitting, the next it will be absolutely dead. To be fair, it might have a little bit more notice than that, but yeah. This is definitely a setup of all time. I mean, it works. I don't know. I think it's going to get even more cursed, like, later on. But at least I don't have to worry about that at the moment. All right, so we're going to switch over to the Tone Titan, and then we're going to take the fight to the wall. All right, Titans, let's get in position over here. That wall did not last very long. I mean, it's still up, but it's still taking a lot of damage. Alright, let's get a sonar pulse in there. I think if we wanted to save a little bit of time here, we could start switching over to the Scorched Titan. I want to try it again. Like it definitely does more damage. The only issue is that it's less consistent. Like, I always find myself like a little overwhelmed in this Titan, but it does more damage. Like, I find myself like overwhelmed in some situations, and then like basically trying to dig myself out of a hole, because I essentially try to rush into a whole bunch of Titans, and then I find myself on the receiving end of lots of gunfire, which is not a great time, let me tell ya. But again, most of the time I was trying it, I was on normal, so maybe that had something to do with it too. Because I've noticed the wall's been more consistent, like since I've been running the game a little bit more. I mean, that actually went pretty well, considering like most of the time that I run it with the Scorch, I had to reset. Like, most of the time I ran Scorch for the wall, it usually ended up that I would have to reset. So whether it was faster or not, I don't know, but I am able to target multiple Titans at once with like the flanker and such like that. So that might be something I look into later on. It's kind of funny. You'd think I wouldn't have to worry about combat, but like, you'd think I wouldn't have to worry about like managing combat as much because I'm pretty decent at the game, but unfortunately you have to be fast at the combat. Where's this? Yep, there's that North Star. Come here, buddy. Okay, oh, we have a core. Sweet. Where's that? Oh. I thought he perished a while ago. Ronan Barefoot, welcome in on TikTok. This is actually a perfect situation because I can essentially dash through the area without any issues, at least not too many. All right, get raised, chat. 3, 2, 1, go. Don't worry. I'm just gonna go straight. Sneaky star. Yeah. I would definitely be interested in trying the North Star for Frontier Defense because, again, it was a while ago when I tried it, and I think my playstyle has kind of changed a little bit. Like, to be fair, I mostly run the Ronin for combat, and my playstyle is very aggressive. Like, if you've ever seen me on Frontier Defense, I run the Highlander kit, and I run the extended dash, or like extended dash. So it essentially, right, every Titan that I kill gives 10 to 15% back to the core. So I can essentially go from Titan to Titan, just bashing them, basically bonking them with a sword. And you basically run into a situation where you're taking all the kills. You can essentially chain kills across the map and just get to the top of the board. Movement tech in co-op would be quite the flex. It's quite the flex in multiplayer too, from what I've seen. I wouldn't know because I don't play multiplayer all that often. But I could show it off a little bit. I just wouldn't be able to follow it up because again, I'm not that accurate. Although that said, I could, I don't know, I could try it, but again, multiplayer is not necessarily my cup of tea, but we could definitely try it. But again, I think a lot of the movement gods would definitely have me for dinner. Because, like, I've tried it, but they like, know it. If that makes sense. Yeah, the movement gods would have me for lunch, and I would... Again, I've definitely tried, but... Yeah, there's several different places I could, like, be testing out for... We're trying to shave off a little bit of time. Send me BT. Like, especially this mission, there's a couple of spots where you could just, like right here, I feel like if you entered, like, the right-hand side, you could just jump straight into the ship from there. That's not good. Yes, open the door. Open the door. There we go. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yeah, I feel like there's a couple of spots here that could be... that I could definitely exploit for some time gain. Time loss, time gain, something like that. For some time saves. Maybe that's a little bit better. There we go. Gun 3 is down. We're just moving in to finish the job over here. Stalkers are online. Please don't, sir. Please don't. Ow, ow. No, no. Oh, the stalkers are not having my shenanigans today. Not today. Yep, they did have, they did. Oh no. Oh no. I'm not salty, chat. I'm not salty whatsoever. None whatsoever. It's just a figment of your imagination. It is just a figment of your imagination. I'm just gonna go ahead and activate these stalkers. At least we came back from that pretty quick. Oh, I'm just doing my job there, Bear. It's okay. It's okay. See, do I want the frag grenades? I don't. I'm gonna grab this. It's not as great as like the L-Star, but it's what I have at the moment, so. So grenade there, grenade there, grenade there. More or less turned this area into an absolute dumpster fire. Otherwise known as Twitter. And no, you will not find me on Twitter or Blue Sky or any of that nonsense. As a matter of fact, I've kind of like heard of Blue Sky, but who actually uses that, by the way? Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I've checked out of like all social media websites except for like I feel like I've checked out of all like social media websites except for YouTube, Twitch, and like TikTok. But again, those are like, I'm making content here, so that kind of makes sense, sort of situation, as opposed to like I'm uploading every single personal detail about my life, like what I had for breakfast today, which, I mean, I had chicken, so it's like I just like shredded a bit of chicken and had that for breakfast. Like, I don't think that's quite interesting. Blue Sky is somehow worse. Ooh. Which is saying a lot because Twitter was dog shit. Like, okay, hear me out, right? Twitter, I think, was better when they had, like, I might be confusing this for, what was it? Was it Rumble? I think it was like, no, it was Tumblr, I think. But I think Twitter might have done this as well, right? They basically are like, no spicy posts, which was like half, if not 3/4 of the website. So it's like what's the point of us like being on the platform at that point? So now it's like Twitter's like more or less just for people to form angry mobs, essentially. And to be fair, right, they did that quite a bit, but like that's just all it is now. And it's like, I'm just like, how is that even, why would you want to have that for your website? Like, that just doesn't seem like something you should do. But I don't know. I wouldn't want to be a social media, I would not want to be somebody who like owns a social media website Yeah, I don't think that core works very well on you. I think this I think the Tone Titan's gonna be better. Again, experimenting mid-run isn't necessarily the best, but like, I mean, either way, I'm doing damage to him, so it doesn't really matter. But I was just kind of hoping that I could get past, like, the second phase a little faster. Yeah, the fact that those websites, like, the only reason I know of Blue Sky is because, mostly because Mark Hamill was making some very, very odd posts. It's like, again, I don't care for politics, right? I'm just here cooking. I'm just here making content, right? I'm here doing contracts. Like, I'm doing what I'm good at, right? And I feel like that's the way that Mark Hamill should have done that. But again, I'm not him. So like, I get that, but it's like, I don't know. I don't think that was a great strategy there. But it's like, tweets like that is the only reason, I guess it's not tweets, like posts on Blue Sky is like the only reason I know of Blue Sky. And it's like, if that's my first impression of your platform, that's not good at all. Like, if that's the only reason I know your platform, is by content creators kind of going, this doesn't seem very good, you might have a few issues. You might need to do a bit of a marketing campaign there. Even if it is a disinformation campaign, like, you should try to paint yourself in a bit better of a light than that, but what do I know? What do I know? I'm just a merc on the internet who's doing her best. All right, BT, we got the package. Let's get the fuck out of here. Yeah, 135. 135 going into the arc. Yeah, we need to work on sludge skip, and then just like, I don't care if it's like the first bit of fastball, but like, I don't care if it's the very first part of it. We need to fix that. If that's like all we get done this stream, I think that'll decrease our time to 145 maybe. Yeah, you see how Blisk has his grenades like on his shoulder, or like near the shoulder area? And then again, like on his like side there, it's like, how are you so comfortable? How are you so comfortable that you're gonna have like 6 explosives on you, 3 of which near your shoulder, which are high explosive? Because if one straight bullet just comes by, there goes your shoulder, and there goes your brain box. Like, that's very brave of you there, Blisk. I guess to be fair, most of your time's going to be in the cockpit, so you don't necessarily have to worry about that too much. But and also Blisk, my guy, invest in a wireless headset, like don't get me wrong, it looks cool, but like practicality, especially on the field, like if that wire gets cut, like barbed wire fence, getting in and out of a Titan, that wire's gonna get cut, and then what, you're just not gonna be able to communicate with your team? Like that's horrible. I mean, 2016 they would have had wireless headsets, maybe not the best, but like I'm saying like 2016, I think it was like 2015 when this game came out. So like I think wireless headsets would have been good enough. But the latency. How is the latency on this stream? I put it on low latency, but it seems to do fine, but I think YouTube's struggling with the throughput. Like I might end up pushing the I might end up pushing a little bit more. I might end up pushing the data up a little bit, see if that helps with the latency side of things, but or not necessarily latency. Sometimes YouTube doesn't receive enough data and it's like a little choppy, so I don't know. We've dealt with that issue quite a bit, and I might have to go back to regular latency if that ends up being too much of a problem. But I wanted to try it for this stream at least. I'm really hoping that that works a little bit better. Well, welcome in on TikTok. I don't think sci-fi Bluetooth beats fiber cable. Oh, you're talking about the latency on a wireless headset. Yeah, I could see it. I could see that, yeah. You are correct on that one. Ow, my face. I mean, if you're gonna slap me, at least be a little bit more gentle. Gentle. Same chassis, new chassis, same Titan, old paint, same data core. It's time we complete our mission. Alright, so we got 8 minutes to... We have 8 minutes to beat all this. I don't think we're getting under 150 for this, especially with having to reset multiple times on the beacon and what was it? The not necessarily the abyss, but sledge skip. So we may have to revisit that mission a little bit. Actually, I think it's a very good idea if we revisit that. Actually, I think I'm going to stick with this loadout, at least for the moment, so that way I can use the archer pod for... Yeah, it seems to clear out people quite nicely. I don't think I'd use it on Sloan, but... Not for Sloan. But it's a decent setup for that section. Wait, don't deliver that just yet. Not yet. Not yet. I think it's kind of weird that the IMC had to use mercenaries for this one. All right, Sloan, you don't want the smoke, but if you insist, yeah, she even barely had a chance to use her flame core. Hello, gents. Have a shield of sheer fire. Okay, I think there's one Titan behind me. There is. It's a North Star. Die Quartz, welcome in. Good morning. Unfortunately, I'm going a little bit backwards in... skill level. I'm having trouble with the sledge skip, the super fastball. The super fastball a little bit, but that was to be expected a little bit. But other than that, I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing today? How are you doing today, Quartz? Hopefully we got the doggone it, we didn't get the skip. Working a lot, but what else is new? Doggone it, I did not get the... We had to sit through the entire cutscene. Rip. Fun fact, you don't have to kill that brute, just the Tone and the Scorch Titan. Gotcha. Yeah, I think I was a little bit too quick to activate the core. I shouldn't have done it until I was like right underneath, or maybe like melee a little bit more to try to get the weapon to work. I'm not entirely sure. Oh well. Oh well, I'm gonna basically get a 149 and then we can then we can work on sludge skip and then super fastball. Also, if you want, you can probably do the core and interact on keyboard, not to have deal with the hold to interact on controller. That is true. Yeah, I could do that. I think 149 was optimistic with that. Yeah, 149 was a little bit optimistic. I forgot how long this damn cutscene is. I really forgot how long this cutscene is. We got a way out of this one, BT. Rip BT. Gabriel the Kraken, welcome in on TikTok. All right, let's get to the extraction zone. Let's get the hell out of here and get our time. Yeah, we're gonna get a 150 for this one. Oh, 150 is good, but like I think we can do a lot better. Yeah, we got a 150. Pretty decent, but I think sludge skip was definitely messing us up. Okay. 150 for baseline, and then I'm gonna load up. We're loading up this. I am sick and tired of messing up sludge skip. Like I should not be messing that up. I should not be messing that up at all. At this point, right? I've done many times. Have you considered setting up your splits and the auto splitter so you can see level times, PV, and all that? I have, yeah. Like, it is kind of getting to that point, isn't it? Like, it is kind of getting to that point where... It is kind of getting to that point where I would want to do that. To be fair, it'd be easy to do because Philip has done a lot of the work for like individual level times and whatnot. Just kind of deconstructing a lot of my runs. Philip, my mod over on YouTube. Again, Philip, you've done a lot of great work and I appreciate you. Like, this area is not too bad. Like, I mean, simple wall runs and all that. Let's see. That guy doesn't really sound too stable now, does he? I'm used to pressing the thumbstick for melee. I think. Oh, wait. There's Philip. We appreciate you. I don't know if this is actually... Like, I usually go this way for my speed runs anymore, but I'm not sure if that's actually faster or whatnot. I just kind of... I have more or less, unless it's like an actual skip or a decent like speed run. I haven't necessarily watched anybody else's routing. Like when it comes to routing, I basically do a lot of it myself at the moment, but I feel like it's starting to get to the point where I'm gonna have to more or less mimic other people's runs if I want to be competitive for times. Let's see, there's that, there's that. Ow. Please do not boot me in the face. Ow, ow. I'm getting tag teamed over here. I'm getting tag teamed over here and I don't like it. But yeah, it's getting to that point where I should. To be fair, I don't necessarily know how to do that just yet. Like, I could probably look at it and figure out what I need to do, but I feel like for a lot of it, I've kind of been guessing a little bit and giving it my best guess. All right, here's the area that I want to... This is the area that I wanted to practice a little bit, so... Yeah, this area I've had a little bit of difficulty with recently as far as sludge skip is gone. So here, and then... Nope, okay. This is why we practice, because for some reason I've been messing up this skip, and I don't know why. Like, legitimately, I think this is more or less why I've had... Like, I think this is kind of why I've had issues over the last couple of streams going from, like, 140, like, early 140 to, like... Or, like, in the 140 range, going right back up to 150. And it's just this one area right here that I've needed to drill into my head. So that way, I don't mess up. Have you tried doing it with the slide again? No, I usually do it this way, but we can try the other way, for sure. So basically, well, I go back here and... that's not good. Yeah, this is the only way I'm familiar with at the moment. But again, I think you like slide off of that thing, bounce over here, and you kind of like hit the pipe over here, if I understand correctly. Right now, this is like the only route that I know of. I'm assuming this is more of the... I'm assuming this might be the... You can just slide and jump to get onto the horizontal pipe. mean, you're not entirely wrong. I think I could... Wait, that's actually pretty close. Hold on. Hold on, Quartz, you might be onto something. Of course, you know, let me go straight. Try perpendicular to the small wall. What? Says I'm live. Let's see if that works. No data. That's always great. I guess I'll give it a couple of seconds, but oh, okay. It wants to work again. Fantastic. That's great. That's... Well, sure. Yeah. Whatever. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I thought we were past that by this point, where I would have issues with the stream, but it's okay. We're back. We're so back. Hell yeah, we're back. I'm getting more consistent with... He dropped a grenade. He dropped a grenade. He dropped a grenade right there, and it messed me up so bad. Okay, that one didn't quite send me as far, but I think I'm starting to get this version of Sludge Skip, and it's actually a lot more consistent than trying to, like... It's consistent as long as, you know, somebody doesn't roll a grenade under your feet like an asshole. Yeah, as long as you just don't have a grenade roll under your feet, you're fine. Okay, I think it was because I used my jump kit before. Yeah, I think it was because I used my jump kit before. It just kind of didn't work. Okay, I didn't go far enough left that time. But generally, this has been a lot more consistent for... Well, I slammed straight into the wall. I slammed straight into the wall, and then... Oh, that was actually kind of helpful. It was kind of helpful, except for the part where it wasn't. More times than not, though, I'm hitting it, so... I say that, but now I'm, like, not getting it as much. To be fair, I'm doing it under fire, so it's, like, kind of understandable where I'm messing up a little bit, so... Not to worry. Hey, we got it. Oh, I fell off for some reason. I kind of, like, grabbed it and then just kind of let go right afterwards. Didn't go far enough left. I'm back. Tegan, welcome in. So, how's the run? if we can ask, right? If we can ask, like, again, I'm just making conversation while we're practicing various things, right? So I'm just making conversation while we do these contracts, and I'm practicing for various things, and I fell completely off that pipe. There we go. That's a little better. Let's see here. He's good, lol. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Yeah, you didn't miss too much. YouTube and Twitch went down for like a couple of seconds, so that was fun. And then we also had he's passed his learners, and I'm very proud of him. Oh, like he's getting his driver's permit. That is so awesome. Yeah, I remember getting my learner's permit, like, early on. But then, like, I basically took the test, right? I took the test, I passed it. But I did not get my driver's license until I shipped out. Like, pretty much couple of months or so, maybe a month or so before I shipped out. Finzy on Fim's Ice on TikTok. You're in violation of the rules of engagement and will subsequently be banned. Yeah, I got my driver's license like way late in the game, or like later than a lot of people. I was 22. I was 23 when I got mine. I got it so late because essentially there was no way to really get me down to the, well, again, various situations with my parents. We did not always get along very well, so trying to get down to the DMV was pretty much a non-starter, right? Unfortunately, trying to get somebody else to take me down there was not very feasible, because it's an hour by car down to the DMV from where we were living. So it was a bad time trying to get the driver's license. So 19 for me. I'm glad that you got it early, Philip. Like, it's better to get it early. So yeah, congratulations to him for getting his learner's permit. For sure. I just wish for the driver's test they had done like parallel parking, or like roundabouts, or the highway. Like, they did not do any of that. And I kind of feel like I kind of missed out a lot on that. Because a lot of that was not tested on. And like heavy weather situations are something that I wish at least America did a lot more training in, because I remember I was coming back from Tennessee. I think it was like 3 weeks ago or something like that. There was a heavy rainstorm that came through the area. You could not see the car in front of you. It was not going to happen. I remember seeing the taillights of the vehicle in front of me, and I'm just over here. I am locked on. Like, I am locked on to the car in front of me. I was like, I was just praying that this person in front of me did not, like, veer off the road at all, because TikTok, what the fuck do you want from me? No, seriously, what do you want from me? I'm playing the game, like, everything's good, like, I don't know what your issue is. It's like, you're not doing anything. It's like, no, unlike a lot of streamers. I'm trying, right? I'm not necessarily saying, like, again, I'm not talking like small streamers or anything like that. I'm referring to a lot of the spam streamers that will, again, I've talked about this before, but like, they'll sit there and like sleep, and you'll have to send them like super chats in order to like wake them up to play a game, which again, they're playing like Roblox or whatever. I'm just like, I just kind of look at their streams and I go, what are you doing? It's 7 a.m. Welcome in on TikTok. It's like, you're over here sleeping, and even if we did wake you up, like, you'd probably just complain as bitterly, not play the game, and not play the game, and then, you know, promptly go back to sleep, because who wants to play Roblox? Like, or at least some of the worlds that they were on, anywho. It's like, I'm sure you can make a decent Roblox stream, but Roblox is kind of in hot water right now. Anyways, so I'm not sure why you'd even want to stream that in the first place. Like, I'm not entirely sure what they were thinking on that one. Actually, maybe I'm the one not doing things correctly, because they have like 400 viewers per stream, right? I'm just kind of sitting there going, there's 400 people watching this damn stream. There are 400 people watching this damn stream, and I'm over here, like, I'm over here doing Titanfall speedruns. I'm like, again, I absolutely love my audience, and I appreciate every single one of you, right? I just wonder at the end of the day, am I doing, like, am I doing the right content? Like, again, I just kind of look at those numbers and I just kind of go, how does that even, like, I just kind of look at those numbers and I go, like, I could see where some people would want to be like, yeah, that, like, that definitely works for them. Do the content that you enjoy. Oh, absolutely. Like, I love Titanfall. I love the contracts that I stream. It's just so weird to me that that kind of content has a place on these platforms. Like, absolutely every single day, do the content that you enjoy. Heard. Oh, there was an interesting development with YouTube. YouTube is bringing back the DM option or feature or whatever. So I'm sure that I'm going to get a bunch of notifications in the near future with spam bots going directly into my DMs. Yeah, I'm sure that feature is not going to be abused at all, like it was back in 2017, I think. Like, I'm not entirely sure why they're bringing it back. That's crazy, lol. That's crazy old. Yeah, well, YouTube's bringing it back, and I'm just kind of sitting here going, I'm not sure if I want them to bring that back. At the very least, though, if you have any like game recommendations or anything like that, you are more than welcome to DM me directly if you're more than welcome to DM me directly if you have any contracts you want me to take on, like art or anything like that. Just keep it civil in the DMs. That's all I request. Just essentially treat it like you would the normal comms, and that'll be just fine by me. I feel like I'm messing up, and I'm not entirely sure like what is. I'm not sure exactly. Okay. That's better. If you're kind of curious as to like what the hell I'm actually doing, matter of fact, can I just do it from like right here? I feel like if I could do it from like right over here, it would be a lot better. That did not work right. 1 second. I did not mean to do that. Okay, well that's fine. We're moving on. We're just gonna move. I've gotten a little bit of practice on that. I wanted to practice into the Abyss Part 2 with a little bit of the wall runs. Okay, we're off to a fantastic start over here. We're off to an amazing start here. Give me 1 second. Oh, wait. Nope, don't toss this run just yet. And I fell into the abyss. Nope, to the void too. I need to like... need to do that and then... This is why we practice. There we go. Well, okay, that sent me a lot further than I thought it was going to. And this thing's like so short. Like sometimes I'll just mantle the thing. So I'll like either mantle it, or I just won't have that extra boost, or I'll just crash straight into the box, into the thing. There we go. That's a little bit better. Yeah, I only got one. I got one boost off that thing. There we go. And not enough on that bounce. No, I'm getting launched like either too far or like not enough. Hey, there we go. That's a little. Okay, this is getting a little bit more consistent. I say as I just immediately fumble it. Yeah, I'm fumbling it a little bit, but honestly, not quite sure where to put the time checkpoints in the table. For which mission? Or just like in general? Because I think, honestly, we should probably do it per, like, I think the checkpoints, at least in my mind, would be like at each part of the chapters. At least in my mind, I'm not sure if that's quite what you have in mind. Because I think most runners do it at that particular point. I think that works pretty well. I think for this, at least, I'm doing pretty well. I think for this particular part of the speed run, like, I'm doing a lot better. I think it was just mostly the fact that I was messing up. Like with this mission, I feel like I was messing up. Okay, now I'm just like mantling the damn thing. Why am I just mantling it all of a sudden? Like, like I was doing just fine, and then now I'm like mantling the damn thing, and before I was doing just fine, and now I'm like mantling the damn thing. I'm just like, no, I don't want to mantle it. I literally... That makes a lot of sense. So basically I have to kind of angle it a little bit, and then... Got it. That... I have had the Eureka moment, chat. I've had the Eureka moment. So even if I do hit it a little early, it doesn't really matter. And this makes it a lot more consistent for me to hit it, and then now, okay, I'm consistent. This is more or less solved, right? This is the practice that I'm looking for. This is the type of stuff that This is the type of practice that I like for sure. Yeah, looking too much in the direction of the wall makes you mantle. That makes sense, yeah. Ooh, I did not have an extra jump there. I did not have an extra jump there, and it looks like sometimes if it looks like if I had accidentally like looked too far away from it, or just like I'm not running up into that point. Yeah, I have to be really careful where I look. Eva Flores, welcome in on TikTok. I would say more or less that I've gotten this part of the speed run good to go. Although, to be fair, this opening part doesn't matter too much as long as you land on the first platform before dome launch. You assume I know dome launch that well. I've not gotten that one to work. I basically had one look at dome launch and I just kind of went, I still gotta figure out like super fastball and make sure that I have sludge skip and like I was still like I'm not super consistent with sludge skip, super fastball, like that whole area. And it's like, yeah, I would save like 50 seconds on dome launch. I think, no, dome launch is more like 20 to 30. I'm just like, I basically had one look at it and went, I'm not necessarily sure. Error again. Is it like more than one ingester is using the primary URL? Oh. Is it like... send the stream to one and then the other stream to the... I'm not even sure what to do about that. Like, it's still up as far as... I don't even know what to do about that. Like, that essentially... I'm not even sure what to do about that at this point. Like, essentially, I have like 2 streams going, and it's messing up the entire thing. We may have to call it here for the night because, like, if this keeps up, like, I don't even know what to do about this. Is it working on Twitch? Because like, I'm not entirely sure what to do with that. Like, because like YouTube is working surprisingly, and then Twitch is apparently not working. TikTok is, which is, I mean, TikTok is TikTok, so. like, more or less, I've gotten that consistent. Like, like, more or less, I've gotten that consistent, so I'm happy with that here, and I want to see if I can jump over from the 6.4, or at least, if not over from the 6.4, from Barker to the 6.4, then or at least, if not over from the 6.4, from Barker to the 6.4, then I want to try jumping from the 6.4 to a different ship. Quartz, is it working again over on Twitch? Live stream is currently unstable. Oh, it seems to be better now. Seems to be stable now at the moment. Seems to be stable at the moment. We'll see how that goes. I think I need to up the bit rate for those two. We'll see. Well, thank you for the lift, Barker. Yeah, I want to see if I can jump over to the other ship, or if I can't jump to it, I at least want to... I want to see if I can grenade jump to it. Like, we tried this before, but I'm definitely, didn't quite succeed. Okay. Not... Wait, no, I was there. I was there. No, 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 no. I was there. I was on the ship. Hold on. Okay, not now. Not now. Like, we can definitely make it with a side jump. Hold on. I want to see this. Play it back. Play it back. I was so close. I think if I wait like one more second. If I wait like one more second. No, no, I don't want you to pick me up. I don't want you to pick me up there, BT. I'm gonna do it my way. Which I don't know if it's any faster, but like... Like, to be fair, I don't know if this is any faster, but for fudge's sake. Okay, it's rocking back and forth, and then... Hey, there we go. There we go. We got it. We got it. I don't know if that gave me a checkpoint. It did not. I got it, chat. I'm at work. Oh, that... It's another bot. It's another bot, chat. It's another bot. Isn't that so great, chat? I'm losing my damn mind with these contracts. Give me 1 second. I'm not gonna... I was just waiting to line up for the 6-4 jump again. I messed that all up. I was trying to do a slide hop. I was trying to anyways. I've gotten it once, but it's not quite consistent yet. Let's see, I don't... That is so weird. That is so weird. Is it like... Okay, not now. Okay, for some reason, the 6-4 ship is, like, moved a little bit. Like, the way that its physics are moving now is, like, a little off compared to what it was originally. I don't know if that makes sense, but, like, the way it's moving is not allowing me to, like, get on the ship as easy. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's, like... I'm not sure if the ship's being inconsistent. Like, if it's random or if it's just, like... That is so weird. I was able to get over the first time, but it doesn't seem... It doesn't seem, like, consistent. Oh, I hit the ship. Okay. I think it is consistent. It's just like, it's weird. Okay, I think that was way too early. I was about to land on its wing. I think we can get this consistent. Hold on. There's like the tiniest of windows there. Again, I think I need to be a little bit... I think this is the angle I need to be at. Okay, a little bit earlier, and if I can go at this angle, this seems to work the best. Is it just me, or is it like a little bit random? Like the stream is going, right? I mean, it is. It's just unfortunately it's having a few issues. Is it still like... Okay, I do apologize. I just like I'm trying my hardest to like having a few issues with YouTube. Okay. That was too close to BT. We may shelve this just so we can try out some of the other things on this level. Because we've proven it's possible. We've proven it's possible, but I think we're going to need more time with it to make it consistent. And I just want to see if I can get something consistent here and kind of add it to the roster. So that way we can improve our time, and then I can try stuff offline to see if it makes a difference. All right, so this is a death plane. This may not be. Okay, that was... I was just attempting that. It doesn't seem like that was the best idea. So if I want to attempt that, then I'm going to have to like... Okay, so I only get like one... Okay, I basically have to go like... Oh, well, I just fell straight off. That was not good. Okay, yeah, if I go off to the right, there's no death plane. But I have to be careful because... Unfortunately, I won't always have the distance. So it looks like I need to be a little bit patient. Yeah, I think I need to be a little bit closer for that to work. Well, I fell off. I am definitely falling off this thing a little bit more than I'd like. I fell off the port side, or starboard, excuse me. If I could get more port side over here, I risk going into the death plane, but at the same time, it's like I need what I need to stop falling off this thing as well. There's just not a whole lot of time for me to like, for me to go, and I'm also getting swept to the right as well. I am getting extremely close. I think if I was a little bit closer. Yeah, he like, if I wait too long, he'll just like sweep to the right to... Okay, okay. I at least touched the ship that time. Proof of concept has been... That, I'm gonna be real, chat. That was pretty darn close. I was able to hold on to the outside, and there was no death plane. Okay, if I wait a little bit longer and then like aim for... If I aim for like the far side, I think that'll work. I'm almost there. I am almost there. I don't understand. I'm getting swept off to the side like really quickly. Again, real close, but no cigar. Again, he starts moving to the right almost immediately, so... Can I at least, like, climb this? Like, there's got to be a way to climb that area over there. Oh, I can slightly climb that area, but I don't think it's, I don't think that's the answer. No, it's not quite that. I was so close to the deck. Like, I'm getting extremely close, but like, I think he needs to be I think this ship needs to be a little bit closer for that to work. Because again, I'm getting swept off to the right a little bit. Yeah, I get swept off a little bit. Dark Queen Shane, welcome in on TikTok. I don't know. I think this is going to be something that I test on my own. And I honestly think I'm just going to give this a rest for the evening because I'm not sure what's happening with YouTube and like TikTok, but honestly, with all the issues and whatnot, like I think we've done good. I think we'll give it a rest for tonight because it's getting a little messy. I'm getting like a little frustrated with this. So I do want to thank Philip, Tegan. Let's see here. Fuse. I think we also had where were they? I'm pretty sure that she was here. We had Quartz over on Twitch, and then we also had Sneaky Flop come by. Somi the homie on Twitch and TikTok. Let's see here. We also had High Traffic Times. I don't even think it's that. Okay, so I switched from low latency, from normal latency to like low latency, and I think it messed a lot of things up. And then right now it's technically doing 2 streams on one URL, which is like messing things up quite a bit. Wanted to thank again Somi the homie on TikTok for coming by and saying hi. So Thank you to everyone for showing up and saying hi and supporting the contracts and hanging out. This has been Call Sign Onica, signing out. Have a good day.